Welcome back to Common Sense Rhode Island. I'm Representative Patricia Morgan, and we have as our guest today Mayor Scott Avedisian. Before we go on to some of the other good news here in Warwick, I did want to mention to folks that this Vivitrol program is not just for people who have been involved with the law. This is for anybody who might have a problem with addiction. So somebody who went and had surgery and found out, that it was way too much for them. It's for anybody. So don't shy away from it just because you haven't been to jail. It's a good thing to learn about. Now,
yes.
Let's move it. There's a lot of good things happening in Warwick.
Well, when you got here today, you had to come through our construction of the Apponaug Circulator Road. You'll know it's a 42-year-old road system.
I have always hated this circulator because if you didn't turn off at the right place, you had to go all the way around to do it again.
And they did studies right after it opened 40 some odd years ago and found out that it didn't work, and it's taken 43 and a half years to fix it all. But we're getting there. We are ahead of schedule. We are under budget thus far, and what will happen is you'll have a series of roundabouts that will be created here in Apponaug. And basically, the upshot of it will be that 60,000 cars a day will be moving out of Apponaug Village.
Faster, easier.
And going down Veterans Memorial Drive, over onto the old end of Old Route 5.
Okay.
You'll go down through the Old People's Storage Building.
Okay.
And you'll be able to get into the roundabout and either go to Tollgate Road or go to 117 to go up to 95, or you'll be able to still come through Apponaug, but the area here in front of City Hall will be will stay one way.
Oh, it's going to be one way.
Right?
Okay.
But it will have angled parking.
Oh, okay.
And so you'll be able to actually stop and patronize all of our little villages.
Because fewer cars will be using it, so you'll be able to park. Oh, that's a really help.
So the 60,000 cars that aren't going to stop are all going over there.
Because they're going to other places in Warwick.
Correct.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is I want you to think about the intersection at the Crown Plaza.
Yes.
You know how large that is?
Yes.
That's what was proposed for the corner of Post Road and 117. Something that size.
Oh,
we said that's going to destroy anything that's left in Apponaug.
Yeah.
So let's see what else we can do. So working with DOT over the years, came up with a whole series of options. We think this is a great one because it protects the oldest part of the village. It gives us an ability.
And it keeps it as a city center as well, right?
And
not just a great big intersection.
We're 2 blocks from the Cove. So when this whole project is done, we're going to have a walking park along by the Cove. We'll have a new village green that we're going to create over by the Sawtooth building that will stay and actually be redeveloped into restaurant and residential space.
Nice.
So you're going to have a much easier traffic pattern. So that dovetails to, since we started at the end of Route 5, let's go to the other end of Route 5, where the Pontiac Mills are being restored and renovated due to the state historic tax credits. Thank you for your advocacy on that. That's incredibly important.
Actually, I ate at the restaurant down there, and the food was really good. So I'll put a plug in for them, I guess, but it was really good.
The Nilo Hotel is fantastic, and the rest of the mills is going to be renovated.
That's good. That's good to know.
It is,
actually, because only the front part of it is renovated now. But I did talk with them, and because I'm the rep, right? Yeah. And it's almost full occupancy all the time. It's a beautiful hotel.
So if 15 years ago you told me that the city of Warwick would have more hotel rooms than any other community in the state, I would have told you were crazy. And if you told me that the Hilton Garden Inn, the Nilo Hotel, and a good chunk of the rest of our hotels were 95% occupied or higher all last summer, I would have also told you were crazy.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening. It is really changing. Even the Warwick Mall, after the flood came back stronger than ever, adding new stores, diversifying, doing, and then you come over into City Center Warwick, where what's better than having an old asphalt plant become a 120-room Hyatt hotel?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just got approval on everything for Mike DeAmber to now move forward with that project. We have 2 more that are coming online in the next month or so that we'll be announcing. We have 2 solar parks that are being created.
Okay.
One over in city center Warwick on some landlocked old brownfields land that really doesn't have a use. First of all, you can't access it, so being able to use that as a solar field is really good. We have a
Sure.
hotel that's going up down by the Crow's Nest, right on the water in Apponaug, right
So
down
a lot
there.
of things happening.
A lot of things are happening, and the new Main Avenue opened yesterday, so you'll have a brand new system.
So a lot of folks don't know where all of this stuff is, but the new Main Avenue is kind of like at the end of the airport runway.
Correct.
And up until now, Main Avenue kind of
Went in between.
went in between the glide paths. So planes will still go overhead, but you
Right.
won't be in the middle of the glide path
You'll be
anymore.
going around like this, and you'll see the old Main Avenue will be torn up, and that whole runway protection zone will be expanded out. So I think people will be a little confused at first to say,
Oh, sure. They're going to be confused here in Apponaug, too. I mean, it's just coming through. I was trying to figure out what's the new configuration. So it's going to be challenging in the beginning. Don't go the wrong way.
no. But also, if you have a moment, come up Tollgate Road toward Apponaug.
Yeah.
And you'll see how the whole new road system is laid out in front of you, and it's pretty impressive, thinking of how this is all going to work. And you have all the improvements going on in Apponaug and on Main Ave. You have the Pontiac Mills, City Center Warwick being redeveloped. The airport, we just inaugurated service to the Azores. We previously announced service to Cape Verde
Have
or
you
Cabo
ever
Verde.
visited? I guess it's beautiful.
They tell me it's
there.
beautiful.
I want to go.
That's-
Yeah.
I haven't gotten there yet, but at some point.
All right. It's on
And-
our wish list.
Right, and we have seasonal service again, starting to Frankfurt, Germany. So really, all the pieces of this economic engine are coming together, the train station, the airport, city center Warwick. We're really finally getting all the pieces together to start moving.
Yeah. Well, it really does sound good, and we know that what we had in Apponaug wasn't working.
Correct.
But it sounds like not only are you getting an easier way for people to travel, you're going to actually get more businesses
Right.
and residential space as a result of it.
Right, so how often do you get excited by having a gas station move into a neighborhood, right?
No.
Usually not. However, we sat and worked with the team at Cumberland Farms when they wanted to repurpose the old gas station. They had a location here as well. And we said, okay, that's fine, but under a couple of conditions. We need some stone walls and some wrought iron fencing around it so that you don't have to look at it. And
Make it
so
look prettier.
We're going to make it aesthetically look great. And on the backside of your property, we want the land that leads all along the river so that we can create a whole new river walk, so you'll be able to walk down to the cove through Apponaug like you used to be able to do hundreds of years ago. Things like that, I think, really are going to really
Add to the quality of life.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. It makes me want to kind of move in here, except I won't.
Well, you can
I'm
move.
staying in West Warwick.
You can move into a certain small portion of Warwick. That's about it.
But it sounds really good.
Things are really coming together. We've been talking for a long time about the infrastructure needs, and it's nice to be getting there to seeing the projects completed.
And when does the construction end?
By October of 2017, everything will be completed.
Okay, one more year.
One more year.
But don't avoid Warwick because of it.
No, all of our businesses are open, and they're all, some are struggling, because it's hard to get people in and out, but I think they all see that the project is going to give them an end product that's going to be really good.
I think so too. Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
All right, and thank you for listening.